So are there any leaves left on the trees in your yard? If not, now's the time to scoop them up. Good Day Wisconsin weekend meteorologist Doug Higgins joins us live from Martin Hardware in Green Bay with more on leaf cleanup. Good morning, Doug.
Yeah, good morning, Pete. It's funny. A lot of people are like, oh, we're done with the leaf raking in my yard. I have one tree full of leaves. They're green. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can. I know. I have the same problem.
But I'm looking around. We're outside right now. We're on the east side of Green Bay by Martin Hardware, and there's still some leaves on the trees. So we're going to give you a few tips on making raking a little bit easier for you. Joining me right now is Katie Martin with Martin Hardware. And first of all, cool rake. I was using this already. It's the clog-free rake.
Right. Not quite like all the traditional plastic ones. The tines on the top are a little bit different, so you don't have to pick those leaves out of there all the time, because you know. Which
is nice, because you know what? I've been doing a lot of picking on my other trees that drop leaves, and I'm still waiting for my largest tree, of course, to drop any leaves. Also, some things to make it a little bit easier for the leaf rake. If you don't like the rake, you can sweep it up with this guy.
Yep, it's a manual push. It actually has little sweepers inside, and you just push it along. It sweeps it all the way up into the basket, and you just pick the basket off and dump it out.
All right, and you know, I've got to keep going with the theme. This looks like a mini rake right here.
Right, great for in-between shrubs, but that's also a nice rake because it fully expands to a full-size rake, 24 inches. So great for storage, great for in-between shrubbery, and then go ahead and use it on the main part of your lawn.
All right. I like taking tarps and using those to kind of move my leaves around. Yes. You've got a couple of things for transporting those little pesky critters. First of all, we've got the traditional one that you said you like.
The traditional spring, that you find multi-purposes for that all year round.
Yeah.
So that one's always fantastic. Collapses down, easy storage. The new one out is obviously this large orange you see here. It's called, it's just basically a large stand-up tarp. Grab the two handles in the back once it's full, pull it to where you want, and dump it out.
And the nice part about that, I had a tarp, and of course it was a little windy, and it was blowing everywhere. So I had to get the leaves on it first, kind of weigh it down beforehand. This way it kind of helps you shovel it in without having to deal with the wind. And kind of for the kids, I think this is a great kids thing for helping out picking up the leaves.
Well, it's great for... It's great for anybody. It's a lot easier to pick up a large pile of leaves with that. You sweep them all into a pile, and then your rake just doesn't help you get it into the tarp or the basket. This, easy, two hands, scoop it right up, dump it in there.
It's Halloween. You can kind of make a monster out of it as well. Eat those leaves up. So, Pete, just a couple of ideas if you still have leaves to be contending with, like I do or will. Probably when the first snow falls is when those leaves will actually start to drop. But a couple of good ideas. Also, real quickly, just want to talk about the leaf blower.
This is the newest leaf blower that we got by a very hot company out now. They make very nice machines, very lightweight. It'll blow or vac, and you don't have to change where you put the hose.
Oh, that's great.
So very easy. Anybody can use it. Very simple. Very nice new leaf blower.
It's got to be simple, Pete, because I don't like complicated. I get confused a lot when that happens. So I just like the on switch.
Doug, how much does that orange tarp thing cost?
Oh, that's a good question. How much is the orange tarp that we have here that stands up by itself cost?
$21.
$21?
Worth it.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Totally worth it. Hey, you bet.
See ya.